Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna give you a minute to pick your pile in silence in a second, but first of all, I just wanted to say thank you so much to my 2 subscribers. I will add, as of the time that I'm filming this, I have 2. If I have more by the time I upload this, then I include you in that too. I just want to basically say thank you so much to everyone who is supporting me right now. I really appreciate that. So anyway, today I have a card reading for you on what is beautiful about you guys. So here we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. And basically this reading, I just felt like my guides were telling me that they pretty much just wanted me to compliment you guys for however long the reading happens to last for. But basically this is just compliments from the universe and your spirit guides and the universe basically bringing up what they want you to know about you, that they think is very, special about you and beautiful about you, what's lovable and charming and delightful about you guys. So if that sounds good to you, and hopefully it does, this should be the reading for you. I have several decks I'm going to be using. I have the Mystical Wisdom deck and the Spirit of the Animals Oracle and the Cat Tarot, and also I have these. I have a basket. Can't really see. Okay. Well, I know it doesn't look like that many, but it's actually a lot of different papers here, and they all have little compliments written on them. I wrote those out. I channeled those a while ago, and I've been using them for me and other readings that I do, but I'm excited to use them for this video because I think they're really fun, and everyone I have let use them has thought it was really fun. So they just feel nice. So hopefully you will enjoy that, and I am going to try to make the reading less long than the last one, because the last one, I didn't realize this beforehand because I'd never uploaded anything to YouTube before, and actually I'd never edited a video and exported it before, and I did not know that my computer, being a little bit old as she is, would have a very difficult time and take a very, very long time to export and upload such a long video. So it took 16 hours to export it, and then it took 16 hours to upload it to YouTube. So I am really hoping to make this shorter until I figure out a situation where I can get the equipment that I need, basically a computer that's fast enough, that's maybe a little bit newer, that I can actually edit things properly on, and if need be, and hopefully we'll be able to do that a little bit faster than that, because it basically took me almost 2 full days to export and upload the video. So anyway, but that's beside the point, I guess. That's not really, it's just me talking about stuff now, but I'll stop rambling on because this is probably part of the reason it ended up being so long last time. But okay, anyway, so hopefully you've picked your pile by now, and if you haven't, I'll give you another minute in silence here. Well, probably not a full minute, like maybe a few seconds, and then I'll move on to pile 1. But I feel like there was something else I was gonna say. can't remember now. Okay, so I'm just going to give you a moment in silence then to pick your pile if you haven't already. Or if you have, you can just go to the timestamps below in the description box. Okay, so I'm going to move on to pile 1 now. Hopefully you've picked your pile by now, and I will see you in your reading. Sorry, I forgot to mention before I move on. I forgot to mention that this object on this deck is a dried rosebud. So don't know if you can see it. There we go. Dried rosebud. And then on here, and that was from my own rose bush. And then we have rose quartz heart. So 2 rose things, I just realized that. And then this is, I believe this is a type of cornflower. I'm not actually positive, but it I thought it was pretty, so I kept it. Hopefully you can see that. It's kind of gross on the bottom, but there you go. I'm so sorry if you can hear my stomach growling. I don't know what her problem is right now. I know I'm referring to my stomach as a she, and that's very strange, but hopefully I didn't just lose my 2 subscribers I have, but I'm just a little strange that way. But I don't know, like every time I start reading, I was so surprised last time when I read cards that I didn't end up with like my stomach growling or making noise like the whole time I was doing it, because every other time I read cards, it seems like it inevitably happens, and I don't know, or I'm like burping or something, so I'm sorry if that bugs you. I can't control it, so and I can't edit it all out, I don't think, so hopefully you guys will just bear with me. Yeah, so it is what it is. I try to make this as relaxing and like but sometimes it's probably gonna get silly if I'm honest. So okay, I feel like I just went off on another tangent. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm gonna move on to pile 1 now. See you there. Hi pile 1, welcome to your reading. So we're just going to move this rosebud up here, and this right here is the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck by Amanda Lovelace, in case anybody was wondering. I was going to mention that earlier and I forgot. But basically these are just going to be cards that help me figure out actually kind of help you figure out if this is the pile for you, and help me like connect to your energy. And this is basically just like, I'm just going to describe what I see in the cards, and if it doesn't sound like I'm describing you, then you'll kind of get an idea that this might not be your pile. And if it does sound like you will have like extra confirmation that this pile that you selected is the right pile for you, and it probably does have messages in it for you, or today actually pretty much just compliments. So all right, so well, not just compliments. I mean, basically, well, pretty much. It's just, it's spirit saying what's beautiful about you. So, you know. All right. So, first card is Shark. Swim away from the situation. Yeah, so hopefully I made that clear enough, but basically these are just like description. Well, the deck isn't typically used for this purpose, but this is what I'm using it for. This is basically just so that I can get a description of the collective that this group, this pile represents. So yeah, this is basically just me describing you. And so if it doesn't sound like I'm describing you, then that might be an indication that this might not be the right pile for you. And I've seen other readers do this, and I appreciate when they do it when I'm watching readings. So I just thought I'd incorporate that into here. Okay, so that was Spaceship, Don't Be Afraid to Sing. And actually I'm going to hang these up, hold these up so you can see the pictures. Okay, and Raindrops, Take a Chance on Them. Sundress, Do It For You. And Garden, Something Lovely Will Grow From This. Okay, so first thing I'm feeling from this pile okay, so also I wanted to mention since this is a group reading, everything I'm saying, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry for my stomach if you can hear it making noise. I apologize. I wish I could do something about it, but every time I read cards, well, I said this in the intro, but I'm not sure if you saw it or not, but like every time I read cards, it's just something that happens. I don't know why she just insists on making noise, but that's my stomach for you. So I'm sorry. She likes to make herself known, apparently. So that's not weird or anything. I don't know. Maybe it's not weird. I mean, I have actually heard like other card readers mention like that happens to them too. So I guess I'm not alone. But anyway, I'm sorry for that. Anyway, getting back to the reading. So first of all, I'm getting a lot of like freedom energy from this pile. I feel like maybe a lot of you are might be considered free spirits. I'm not sure if you would describe yourself that way or if others would, but I feel like you might be kind of free spirited, or I feel like a lot of uniqueness from this pile. I feel like there's something about you guys, pile one, that really stands out, that is that is very noticeable. Like I feel like right away when people would see you or meet you, there would be something about you that would really stand out to them as being unique or different. I feel like not only just in your personality, but I also feel like in your appearance, there's something really unique in your appearance that really stands out from others. I feel like a lot of you would like to stand up, or like you enjoy being unique and really expressing yourself through like what you wear and how you do your hair. And I feel like a lot of you would really like making, like you enjoy making a visual impact on people. Like you really enjoy expressing yourself a lot through your style and through your appearance. I feel like a lot of you might in this group might really like dressing in a lot of bright colors, or yeah, like a lot of bright colors. I feel like a lot of you, or some of you in this group, might dye your hair a lot of bright colors. I feel like, I really do feel like a lot of you, or some of you at least, really do like to dye your hair either a lot of bright colors, or maybe you just like to change your hair up often. And I feel like you would maybe like to change your look up often. And you really, really like expressing yourself. So you're not just going to wear something that you think other people are going to like. Not to say that you wouldn't appreciate it if other people appreciated what you were wearing or how you looked and liked it. But when you choose how to dress yourself, or how to, you know, do your makeup or your hair or anything like that, it's more about how you feel. It's more about expressing how you feel and about what you like and about what you think looks good, without you know, paying attention to like what other people think. It's more about, it's more for you and you expressing yourself than it is like just a display for other people. It's a very, I feel like for a lot of you it might be a very important part of you, expressing yourself through your style or through your hair and your makeup and your appearance. I feel like that's very important, at least to some of you in this group. I like your style. You guys have a cool energy. I feel like some of you might be really creative in this pile. Maybe some of you might even be artists. I think that I feel like a lot of you could be very open-hearted or very open. I'm hearing open-minded in this group. Like yeah, like free-spirited, open-minded. You don't have like rigid beliefs and ideas about things. You I feel like you're flexible, like your way of thinking and your way of doing things and your way of seeing things, I feel like is just much more flexible and open-minded, and maybe unique. And maybe for some people they might see it as kind of out there for some of you, but it's not. It's just you're way more open, I think, than a lot of people. And I feel like you're not afraid to listen to your intuition and what feels right to you and do what feels right to you. and go for, take action that feels right to you, regardless of what other people might think or what other people are doing. You're going to do what feels right to you. That's awesome. I feel like the universe is starting the compliments already, because I just want to tell you, like, that's really awesome, and I think that's something beautiful. These are all beautiful things about you already, by the way. And then I also feel like some of you might be musicians, or with the don't be afraid to sing. I feel like that could be like I said about expressing yourself. You're not afraid to express yourself, and that's not just in what you wear and stuff either. It's I feel like you would express yourself and speak your mind. Like, I feel like you would speak your mind about things, be outspoken about what you believe in or what you think is right. At least for some of you. And if this doesn't sound like what you're doing now, it could be what you are trying for right now, like what you're trying to do, rather than what you currently are like. But I feel like for most of you, if you pick this pile, I think this is gonna probably be more current energy. So yeah, so I see, and I think did I mention that I think some of you could be singers? Yeah, I think I did, but anyway, that's again. Also, I think you see a lot of potential, and like a lot, I think you see opportunity and potential in things, or you see things, you might see opportunity and potential in things that other people don't necessarily see right away. And I think you're good, like, excuse me, I just burped again. I'm so sorry. I don't know if you could hear that, but I'm so sorry. Oh, a ladybug. Oh my God. Okay, you guys, a ladybug just crawled out from my curtain, from behind my curtain, and she's staring at us. So you guys just got a ladybug message. Some good luck for your reading. Oh, that is so cool. She was out earlier, but I wasn't sure if she was going to come back, but she did. As soon as I started card reading, I was gonna... Anyway, okay, so yeah, I feel like you would be good at, seeing opportunity and seeing like a potential for something in things that other people might overlook or not think has much potential or don't think is a good idea or something. I feel like you would. And I feel like also some of you might really like gardening, or just feel really close to nature and close to plants. You might even just have like a collection of house plants or like air plants or something like that. So okay, so that's what I see for you guys. Oh my gosh, I did not... How have I been talking for 15 minutes? Wow, okay, I am so sorry. That was much longer than I thought it was going to be, but well, this is not starting off as being the fast reading I was hoping it was going to be. I feel like this is going to end up being a pattern, but anyway, so hopefully that sounds like you. And already I'm really liking your energy, guys. You seem very cool, pile one. Okay, so let's see. do we start with the little compliment papers in the basket, or do I start with cards? I think I'm going to start with this. Yeah. All right. So we're going to start with this. And actually, I'm just going to shake it up over here because it's kind of hard to do that in front of the camera. All right, and then I'm just gonna, I'm not looking, by the way. I'm gonna put it down here. And I know it doesn't look like this should work, but it has worked like every time I've tried it. So I don't know, like I have gotten like, so hopefully it works on camera too, or for a collective, but it has worked every time I've used it for myself or for someone else. It's crazy. Like I'll pull ones that are specific to like the situation I'm feeling bad about or something. If I'm asking my guides, yeah, that just went off. My phone just went off. If I'm asking my guides for like guidance or something, I will get messages from these papers that pertain directly to what I'm asking about. So I would have thought like it would be less precise than, shuffling the cards, or somehow, I don't know, for me, like sticking my hand in something and pulling out random papers just feels like it's gonna not work or something, but it has every time. So that's why I use them, and I don't know, hopefully this will work. I hope you like these compliments. I have fun reading them for you. So okay, so you have excellent leadership qualities. Oh, see, that goes along with what I felt about you guys with the that you see, you're kind of like, I'm hearing like the word trendsetter, like you would be the one who would you are kind of like a leader in that you just kind of do your own thing. You do what you want, and you see opportunities and things, and you kind of do things first, and then other people might like try to copy your style or copy what you do. Because you're unique, and you are kind of bold and like and expressive and willing to like say what you think. And anyway, so they're bringing that out again. You have excellent leadership qualities. Makes a lot of sense. You're wonderfully charming. And I'm not really going to show you these papers because my handwriting is terrible, so I'm just going to read them. But it says, you're wonderfully charming, pile one. Aw, it says all animals love you and feel safe with you because they can sense what an incredible and trustworthy person you are. That's so cute. I love that one. This was so fun. This was like 2 hours of channeling. Like one night, Spirit was just like, hey, you have to write down like a whole bunch of these compliments. And I was like, I don't even think it's going to work if I just like draw them out of a basket, but here I am. And it's worked really well, and they're really fun. And I was like, I'm glad I did that. Okay. So then we have your independence. Oh, yep. See, and free-spirited nature are inspiring. I'm telling you, these things like this, I don't know why this is so mind-blowing to me compared to like the whole rest of the cards. I mean, it's all kind of mind-blowing that this works at all, but I mean, I've been doing this for like 10 years, and I've been on, I mean, like I've been a highly spiritual person for a long time, like pretty much since birth, but like since I was a child. But But I still get amazed by this stuff sometimes. I mean, I never get bored of it. Like every time, I love the synchronicities. It's just, all right. Sorry, I'll keep moving on. But yeah, your independence and free-spirited nature are inspiring, guys. They are. Again with the animals, you guys, I love you. Your pets love you so much. That's what it says. So you guys must be really good with animals or whatever pets you have. Or, you know, if you can't have pets right now or something because of where you live, maybe it can even be like maybe your plants. Maybe this sounds silly to some people, but you know, if this applies to you'll know maybe you even have plants. And I will say that plants have little consciousnesses too, and you know, maybe your plants really love you. So that's another thing I thought I would mention. It says you're a masterful manifester. I can see that about you guys. You have a very strong energy. You have a beautiful way with words. I can see that too. It says you're very good at seeing both or all sides of a situation. Yeah, that goes along with what I was thinking, that you would see a lot of different sides to things and a lot of different, like you'd be open to perspectives and, you know, open-minded, like I said before. Good at seeing all sides of a situation. So that would make you good at finding opportunities and stuff. All right, so anyway, your personality is radiant and effervescent. Yes, it is. I can just feel that. That's what I was feeling from the cards, and now it's just being, I love these things. I don't know. I hope you guys love them too. If you do, maybe, you know, if you wanted to comment about it or something. You're so fun to be around. I could so see that. I think you're fun to be around, and I'm just reading your cards for you. Okay. You're an amazing friend. So, yeah. Take that to heart, pile one. These are some amazing things. You're an amazing friend. Animals love you. You are like beautiful and radiant and inspiring and free-spirited, and you do what you want and you go for it, and like you follow your heart. It says you're so resourceful. That's a great one to have, I think, because if you're resourceful, you know, it doesn't matter what you have, you can make something of it. So that is amazing. You are so cool, pile one. Okay, so I'm going to okay, which deck should I go for further compliments? Okay, we have Cat Tarot, or, you know, since you guys are good with animals and the animal thing came out twice, I'm going to go for the Spirit of the Animals Oracle first. So this deck is humongous, and so it's really it's really awkward for me to shuffle. The cards are beautiful, and it's nice. The pictures are big so you can see everything, but I will say that it is really hard to shuffle. I have to shuffle it like this way, and it's just way too big for my hands, but we make it work. Okay, but I will have to shuffle it weird because I actually can't fit my hand around it, or I just drop them all. So I have to shuffle this way. So we'll see how this works. But Okay, Spirit. Pile 1. What other things would you like me to tell them are amazing about them? What do you see about pile 1? Also, I forgot to mention that this could be... Oop, there goes the ladybug again. Sorry, kind of scared me. This could be like you could see it from the perspective of like a person you might have in mind too. This could be what they see about you and what they think is amazing about you. I did do it with the intention of this being you know, messages specifically like from Spirit and from your guides, what they would like you to know that they see about you, that they think is that you should know is amazing about yourself, but what's beautiful about you. But this could also be what someone else, like a person, thinks about you too. So if that's something you had in mind when, you know, you could, oops, there goes one, clicked on the reading, or, you know, if you were wondering if that could be the case, then it could be. So that's basically up to like what you were intuitively feeling. So like these could be things that someone thinks about you too, not just Spirit. You had a specific person in mind when you chose the pile. Wondering if they thought that about you. Just thought that was an extra message. All right. So, yeah. Oh, we have dolphin. Play. It says, swim in the happy joy of living. Inhale confidence and exhale fear. This so sounds like you guys. Dive into your wisdom. Go with the flow. Yes, this goes with like everything else I was thinking about you guys and what I've pulled for you guys. You just have this beautiful, playful, I just feel like radiant and, okay, I heard spectacular. So yeah, your guides want you to know you are spectacular. You are, and they think you're very special. Yeah, I just feel like you follow what makes you feel joyful. And yeah, I just keep feeling that freedom, and it's like and then the free spirited came out here, and here we have, you know, a lot of freedom too. Inhale confidence and exhale fear. I feel like that is you. I feel like you guys are really confident. And again, if this is something you struggle with, I just want you to know that your guides see you that way, or see you with this potential. Or someone else sees you this way, even if you don't always feel this way. But I feel like this is you. I feel like this really describes you well. I feel like in this group, you guys probably do hopefully know this about yourselves already. But I'm just here to remind you about it and, you know, make sure you know that. Yeah, I just think this is beautiful about you guys. You just have this, I'll bet this is why they said that your friends love you. Or what was it? Yeah, you're an amazing friend. That makes sense. I feel like that's really coming up with this dolphin card too, because the dolphins, you know, are very social and travel together in pods. Is that whales? I think it's pods of dolphins, the groups of dolphins. Anyway. Yeah, just this happy. I feel like you bring that happiness and joy to everyone's lives that you are a part of. I feel like everyone who everyone who's around you or everyone whose lives are touched by you are just made more beautiful and more joyful and happy and light because of you being, I feel like you're a light. That's what I'm hearing too. Like you just have this light about you, and you spread it to everyone who's around you. Like you really shine. And I'm feeling like this glowing in my chest or something. I mean, it feels like it. Okay, I guess glowing isn't a feel. Well, hopefully you know what I'm saying. But I feel like I'm glowing or something, and I just like my heart is glowing, and I think that's because like that's the feeling that you give other people when you're around. And oh, that's so beautiful. Oh, I love it. Yeah. Oh, I just love you guys, pile one. This is, I mean, I think I'm going to love all the piles, but oh, this feels so nice. I love connecting with your energy. It's so nice. Thank you for being here and, you know, being like the reason I ended up getting this reading. That's so beautiful. I love it. And I do feel like you guys, again, this wisdom thing is coming up. I feel like you really, you understand things and you know things before other people do. You just have this deeper knowing, this, you know, deeper insight into things than a lot of people that are around you. I feel like you're very good at like knowing, kind of predicting what's going to happen with things ahead of time. Even in like world events and stuff, I feel like you would be good at knowing just kind of what the trends, what's going to happen, or like what direction things are going to go. I feel like you would be good at kind of like knowing trends before they become popular. Like I feel like you'd be good at being like almost like a little bit ahead of the trends. I just feel like you have a lot of wisdom. You might be an older soul, even though you seem really playful and fun. And I think a lot of people sometimes relate that to being a younger soul, but that's not the case with you guys. You have this beautiful balance of like this joyful, light, fun, almost like childlike, effervescence is coming back to me again. It's just like you have that, but then you also have like this you know, really deep intuition and wisdom. And I think you're really good at reading people too. So that's really cool about you guys. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, and then again with the B on the bottom, you're powerful creator that came up with the powerful manifester. And I feel like the key word here is powerful. Like I really feel like your energy is so powerful too. And I feel like there's this sweetness to your energy that's just yeah, it is so beautiful. Oh, yeah, and your work blesses everything you touch. I was feeling that way. Like I said, like everyone's lives who's touched by you is just, you know, it feels like a blessing to have you in their life. Oh, and your guides really want you to know that. That's so pretty. Be open to receiving sweetness. And you are the queen of abundance. Yeah, I really do feel like you are. And I'm so glad to hear that too. I was, you know, that thing with resourcefulness came up, and I feel like that's one of the reasons you're so abundant too, is because, and I feel like you're good at really, really understanding and knowing and seeing like all the resources you have available to you. You know, sometimes people get caught up in feeling like they don't have anything or they don't have enough because they don't have certain things that they want. But I think you're really good at always, or, you know, most of the time, you're really good at seeing what it is that you do have and feeling really grateful for that and making great use of everything that you do have. And I feel like that is part of what attracts even more abundance always to you, because I feel like you're really good at being in flow. And I feel like, yeah, that's why you're a good manifester. You're really good at attracting abundance, because yeah, I just feel like you're this like radiant light, and I feel like you're this big beam and like just like attracting and like drawing in all of these. I'm kind of like you're this big, yeah, like you're this big light, and you're drawing in like all of these, basically like everything beautiful to you. And if you don't feel like that right now or something, I feel like that's coming. I feel like your guides want you to see yourself that way, because yeah, because that's how they see you and that's how I see you. So that's beautiful. Oh, I really like that. Okay, well, I don't know. Should I draw any more tarot? I feel like I pretty much covered everything, but you know what? I'm gonna draw one. I'm gonna draw you some cat tarot. Just see if anything comes out of the cat tarot for you guys. This is just hilarious. I have to show you. These cards are so cute. That's one of the reasons I wanna yeah, okay, I forgot to mention, I'm an upright reader too, so I don't usually typically read reversals. So if you were wondering about that, or you saw my other reading, and I forgot to mention that. But yeah, so I don't take reversals unless my guides are like really insistent about it. But typically I read, you know, more clearly if I just don't do reversals. They get the message through more clearly to me firstly that way. So that's what I do. Every once in a while they'll continuously like want, you know, keep like nagging at me, telling me to keep it in reverse if it's like a very specific message. But most of the time they get the message through to me just fine without reversals. So, and the ladybug is going crazy again. That is so cute. I'm so glad she came out for this reading. I wish I could show you, but I feel like I'm gonna mess things up if I try to take the camera off of the tripod and everything. Okay, so anything else for pile one? I just don't want this reading to end, pile one, because it's just been so nice hanging out with you and your energy. It's just so nice. Aha, yep, just basically like the same stuff. I probably didn't need to draw more cards, but I just thought the deck was so cute, and I just really love this reading. So I'm not sure if you guys are still here. I'm sorry to take up all your time, but hopefully you're enjoying it too. But anyway, okay, so we have the Magician, and we have the only thing about this is sometimes I get confused about which card this is, but the Eight of Cups. Pretty sure. And the Ace of Wands. And again, I just really feel like this is, well, this is a little bit of a different message too. And then I feel like you're good at knowing what's not right for you. In addition to knowing how to go towards and attract what is good for you, you're good at knowing like what's not right for you and moving away from that instead of getting stuck. I feel like you don't get stuck very easily, either in your head or in situations or relationships that aren't good for you. I feel like you're good at moving away from that. So that's amazing too. And I feel like that's part of why you're able to just continue to have this, to continue to be this light, because I feel like you're good at protecting your energy from people who would, you know, who would just kind of drain it off and not be reciprocal. I feel like you're good at not entertaining those kind of people or situations where things aren't sustainable. And yeah, just again, you're a really good manifester. You're like a master. Yeah, I mean, even one of the papers said that you're a master manifester. And I feel like you just really have all of these creative. Right, I did say this group could have artists in it. I just feel like you have a lot of really great, unique and creative ideas. And like, just again, a lot of energy and passion. And just like, I'm hearing like a lust for life, like you really know how to find the joy in the journey is another thing I heard too. So some of these, I guess, might be kind of like cliche sayings, I don't know, but like when I'm channeling, a lot of times those are the types of things that do come out. So but yeah, I think that's okay. I think that's about it. I think that's what I've got for you, pile one. Oop, and the ladybug. Ooh, she's doing these cool like spiral things. Anyway, I think that's all I've got for you guys, pile one. Thank you so much for letting me read for you and for hanging out with me. This was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed doing this reading. I hope you enjoyed it too. If you did, if you could like the video, or if you wanted to comment, that would be great. If you wanted to subscribe, if you haven't already, that would be wonderful too. I would love to have you here. I'm brand new, so everything's all new and exciting to me. I mean, I think I'll always be excited, frankly. Well, I hope I will be always excited every time, you know, someone subscribes or my channel grows, but I think I'm especially excited right now. So anyway, enough of that though. I just basically want to say thank you again, and I hope you enjoyed this reading, And I'm wishing you all the good stuff. And hopefully you'll come back sometime, but if not, take care. And I was gonna say I'll see you soon, but oh boy, I don't know. I'm not so great at the saying goodbye part yet, guys. But anyway, yeah, thank you again. Bye. Hi Pile 2, welcome to your reading, where I am going to bring you some compliments from the universe, some compliments from your guides, some compliments from spirit. I'm going to tell you what they want you to know, that they would think you should know is beautiful about you, that hopefully you know already, but maybe some of these things you might not see about yourself. And they want you to know these things about yourself. Okay, so we're gonna just put your rose quartz heart over to, well, up here, not over to the side, but up there. And then I'm gonna get into these cards, which are basically just cards I have here to help me describe you and what I see here in your energy. So if what I'm describing doesn't sound like you, it's probably not your pile, and you might want to pick another group, or maybe, you know, there's not a group here, but in this particular reading, but hopefully this is your energy, and then that'll give you more confirmation that you picked the right pile, and you know, that you're in the right group. I like it when other readers do this, so I just thought I'd go ahead and do these. Hopefully it's helpful. But we have, oh right, I was going to show you these cards. I'm sorry, I just was like automatically doing this, just like thinking and laying them out or talking and laying them out without really thinking. I'll hold them up in a second. As I read them out, I guess. Maybe. Okay, so we have stars. You can manifest your every wish. Wings. You never needed those wings to fly. Clover. Release your guilt. Expectations. Don't seek anyone's approval. Nostalgia. Focus on the here and now. Red. Forgive. And universe. We're all just stardust. Okay, so to describe you, group 2, what I'm feeling for the group 2s, and I'm burping again. I am so sorry if you heard that. Excuse me. Almost every time I read, I just end up like burping or something, and it's embarrassing, but I can't control it, so I gotta keep going. I don't think I can edit them all out because I just don't think I can. I don't think my computer can handle it at the moment, for one thing. So it's just kind of, you know, it is what it is right now. So hopefully you guys aren't too grossed out or anything and can bear with me on that. And I'll just get into your reading. But anyway, all right, so universe, pile 2. what do I see for you, pile 2? Okay, so I definitely feel for you guys that for a lot of you guys in this pile, there was a lot in your past that probably held you back for a while. I feel like maybe for some of you, you may have really felt bad about yourselves for a really long time. Like maybe you didn't feel like you were good enough, or like you weren't a good enough person to have the life you wanted, that you were hoping for. I feel like probably other people had something to do with that too, making you feel like you weren't good enough. But also I feel like there was this I do feel like it was also a feeling of like you feeling I just feel like you felt bad about your past, or how you acted before, or like who you were before isn't who you are now. And maybe it was kind of hard for you to like let your past go, or move beyond that in some ways, for you to release those the regret or the guilt that you felt about who you were before, so that you could move forward. And I feel like you did. I feel like you did overcome that, and you got past your feelings of not being enough, or not being good enough, or your feelings that because you were one way before, maybe that makes you a bad person, and maybe you can't ever get maybe you're not worthy or deserving or something of the life, of your dreams coming true, of the life you want coming true, because of who you were before. I get like that feeling that you may have worried about that or something. And I feel like you've overcome that, and that now that you are enough, and that no matter how you were before, you don't need anyone else's validation or approval to know that you are good enough. I feel like that might be, some of what I'm saying might be kind of confusing, because there might be, but hopefully this is making some sense to you, pile 2. I just really get this sense that you are realizing, more than anything in this pile, I'm just feeling like you are really realizing in this group that you are enough. Like that is the main phrase I feel like for this pile, is you are enough. And I think you have really come a long way. You've had to work really hard, I think, to realize that you are enough. And your past doesn't define who you are now. And who you are now, and what you're capable of now, is going to help you manifest everything you wish for. Or, that you're realizing now that you can, oopsie, I think I'm hitting my mic, I'm sorry. You can have every deepest desire of your heart. I think you're realizing you can have now. I think that the biggest thing that was holding you back from your manifestations and from the life that you wanted was this feeling that you weren't enough, or, you know, especially that you weren't like a good enough person or something. Sometimes maybe you were really hard on yourself, like, oh, because I did this one thing that way, or I didn't do this perfectly, or I didn't do this a certain way, then I don't deserve to have my life turn out well, or I don't deserve to have my dreams come true, or I don't deserve this, that, or the other thing because I did this wrong or something. And you're realizing now that that's not the case. You were able to let that, I think if you haven't already, you're in the process of really letting go of those beliefs, that aren't helping you, the limiting beliefs that were keeping you trapped, and telling you weren't good enough. You were able to move out of that into a place where you know now, you believe now, or at least you're about to. But I think you do, because this is, you know now that you are just as good as anyone else, and everyone makes mistakes, and you know nobody is perfect, and you should be no exception to the rule that, you know, you are also good enough. And you know, I think you were realizing you were being too hard on yourself, and and now you're flying. I feel like if you haven't taken off yet, you're about to. I feel like you're feeling this lightness, and like, you know, like you've like shed so much of this heaviness from your heart and from your soul, like these really high expectations you put on yourself, and the way you would like put yourself down and talk negatively to yourself, and like the way you held yourself to such high standards, and you know, really took to heart the way other people saw you or thought of you. And I think that you're realizing now that you're in a place now where you're not letting other people's judgment of you or your desire to have their approval stop you from doing what it really, really is that you want and what you love. And from manifesting your dreams, from chasing your dreams, you're realizing that we all have who we really are. I think where your healing, or where this ability to take off and fly and heal from this has come from, is like your realization that everyone has a spark of the divine in them, that everyone is made of stardust. Everyone has a bit of, this life force, this sacred, that which is sacred, that which is divine, a soul. Everyone has that in them, a bit of that in them. And that's what truly we are at our core. Like the very essence of us is that energy, that soul, that source energy that is in all of us, that spark, that's who you truly are, that you're not all of these human things. That's not the core of who you are, and that's not what gives you value. It's like, it's not how you look, or how many cars you have, or what kind of cars you have, or how much money you have, or where you live, or what your job is, or what degree you have, or it just, all of that stuff, literally even everything pretty much that you achieve that's material here, I think you're realizing, that stuff isn't nearly as important as, and that's not what defines you. That's not what makes you valuable. That's not where your value comes from. That your value is innate, that it's your soul that's valuable. It's that part of you which cannot be destroyed. It's like the purest part of you. And I think you're realizing that's what gives you value and what gives everyone value. And that on a soul level, everybody is equal and created equal. At least that's my belief. And I feel like that's something you guys think too, or something similar to that. And that realization kind of has helped you maybe that's what's helped you let go of this perfectionism and this feeling that you're not good enough unless you do this, that, and the other thing. And I'm feeling like maybe that you struggled with perfectionism when it came to yourself, and you just really had put way too much pressure on yourself to be a certain way, or have things, accomplish certain things, and achieve certain things, be a certain way, always act a certain way that, never ever disappointed someone, or, it could be any of these things. And I think your realization that, like, you are equal, everyone is actually equal, on a soul level, and that's where your true value comes from, and everything else isn't nearly as, it's important. Like, our human lives obviously are important too, but I think you're less hard on yourself because, like, you realize that you matter too, that you are actually just as important as other people too, and you wouldn't put them down or beat them up or be unkind to them like you are to yourself. When they mess up, or when they didn't do as well as they were hoping they would do, or when they haven't achieved things by, a certain, in a certain way or at a certain time, you wouldn't be so hard on others as you are on yourself. And I think you're realizing that you matter just as much as anyone else, and if you wouldn't talk to someone else that way, that you shouldn't talk to yourself that way either. And this may have had something to do too with, like, a belief that maybe, I know I'm getting really into this, description is lasting a long time, but this is just what's coming through. So I feel like maybe for some of you, you worried that you needed to, almost like some of you maybe thought for a while that maybe you needed to be hard on yourself, or had this belief that you needed to be hard on yourself in order for you to be successful. Almost like this thought that if you didn't beat yourself up this much, or if you weren't this hard on yourself, then you would become, like, complacent, or you wouldn't keep going, or you wouldn't keep trying to achieve things or something. Like, almost like you may have sort of thought that's what you needed to do to help yourself. Like, by being hard on yourself, you are going to be more likely to achieve what you're trying to achieve. And I think you're realizing now, or you did realize that, like, no, that's that's not actually helpful. In fact, there have been studies that have shown that beating yourself up is not more helpful to your, it doesn't help you be more productive. It doesn't help give you more success, really. For most people, the other approach of, like, having compassion for yourself, and being kind to yourself when you mess up, or, don't do quite as well as you were hoping to, actually tends to help you be more successful in the long run. So, and I think you're realizing that too. And yeah, that you deserve the same compassion too that you give to others. And that it doesn't matter what you've done in your past. What you're doing in your present is what matters, and who you are now. And if other people can't understand that, you know, then you know that's their thing. But yeah, I think you guys are really, you've been releasing yourself from a lot of limiting beliefs and a lot of like past stuff, and being hard on yourself. And now you are feeling like a renewed lightness, and like you can have your dreams, you can achieve what you want to achieve, that is coming. You know, that is possible, and that is that's where you're headed now. You can make your dreams and your wishes come true, and you know you deserve to have that happen. You know that you're worthy of that, that you know that all of these things that you wish you'd done differently, or like, you know, that may have not been exactly what you had hoped, or what am I trying to say? I think I've pretty much said what I've tried to, you know, I think hopefully you understand by now what I'm saying. Basically, you've released yourself. You've like unlocked your cage that, you know, you were kind of keeping yourself in by being so critical of yourself. And you've learned to calm that critical voice, or understand it, and be kinder to yourself, and you know, not let other people drag you down, or whatever other people say, you still don't talk the same way. You know, even if other people criticize you or talk negatively to you, you are now realizing that you don't need to do that to yourself. You know, that like if somebody criticizes you, you don't like join in and also criticize yourself. That you're able to, you know, be kind to yourself and get compassion to yourself that you give to others. So, okay, hopefully that made sense, and hopefully this sounds like your pile 2. Well, it sounds like you've had some difficult things to work through. I mean, that's life, and we all do, don't we? But I'm sorry to hear that you have had these difficult things to work through, but it sounds like you have worked through them, and it sounds like you have done, first compliment is it sounds like you have done amazingly well at getting through this, because this is a really difficult thing to overcome for so many people. So including me and other people I know, it's really hard not to be so hard on yourself. So good job pile 2 for that, for sure. You guys that's pretty amazing. You're very strong people, and it sounds like you've put a lot of really amazing work into this, and I know that that's going to be a gift to everybody who loves you in your life too, because I just know from, you know, from experience, like watching someone you love beat themselves up so much, it's painful, you know, because you love that person and you wish they could feel the love for themselves that you feel for them. So, you know, I just want to say, not only is it a beautiful gift to yourself, but it is also a beautiful gift to those around you who truly love you. And if the ones around you aren't happy that you're not beating yourself up, like if they're not happy for you that you're not being so critical on yourself, I mean, I think you probably know this, but you know, that's that's just not a good sign. I would have to say that's not truly loving. And if that's the case, I just want you to know that there are going to be people around you that you're going to have in your life that truly, truly do love that you love yourself and are so happy to see that you treat yourself well. And I see you being surrounded by those people if you're not already. It's going to happen. Okay, so, all right. These are my little pieces of paper that have compliments written on them. And I channeled these a while ago. And I just think they're really fun. I like them a lot. And they're weirdly accurate. They're just as accurate as the cards. And I had my doubts when I first started using them. I thought, you know, I'm just sticking my hand in here and pulling out random papers, and I just kind of thought they wouldn't be accurate that way. But they have been, like, they are very specific to what I ask about a lot of the time. And my phone just went off, and I swear it did last time I said that too, in the other reading. But yeah, so I just think that's so cool. And hopefully it worked really well for the other pile. So hopefully it's also going to resonate well with you guys. And I think they're fun too. I really like this, and everyone I've shown these to really likes them. So hopefully you guys do too. Just stirring them up here. And I'm not looking at them. And I did also shuffle these after the last pile too, but I just wanted to do it more. Put this down on the desk. Okay, pile 2, some compliments for you. I think they are very well deserved. Hopefully you're looking forward to them. No, it's all right. This feels right. Okay. Okay. So you got a lot too. Okay. So first we have, this came out in the other pile too. We have, all animals love you and feel safe with you because they can sense what an incredible, trustworthy person you are. Aww. So that's one person who loves you for sure. Animals love you. Oh, whoops, this was from the other batch. This is actually the suggestions. I have like a bag of things that have like different hobbies and suggestions for like things to do if like you're bored or you just feel like you've been doing the same thing over and over. And somehow this got misplaced and fell in here, but I'm going to read it because I think maybe it is relevant to you guys. So it says play a musical instrument. So maybe that's something that would help you guys, or maybe this is just another confirmation, like maybe you guys do play a musical instrument and maybe that's been helpful in your healing, or that's really meaningful to you. So that hopefully maybe that's for someone. So put that out there. Or if you haven't already, or you're thinking about it, that's probably more encouragement from the universe to maybe try that out. Or they might be saying that you're good at playing a musical instrument too. That could be another thing. Okay, we've also got, you're an amazing coworker, and I'm not going to really show these because my handwriting is really bad. So, and these are all messy. So, but it says you're an amazing coworker. Your coworkers are lucky to have you. So maybe like if you're critical about yourself at work and stuff, I think the universe wants you to know too that, you know, your coworkers appreciate you and you really do a good job. That's something I'm hearing. So it says you're so good at knowing just how to best diffuse tense or stressful or awkward situations. Wow, that is a really, really helpful one. I wish I had that one more. That's all I'm saying. That's a beautiful compliment. and very much needed, I would say. Oh, okay. Again, there's another one of these that got misplaced too. I don't know how that happened, but I've been trying to find these on purpose because there was, I accidentally dropped them in, and I've been trying to find them ever since, and I couldn't find them when I was trying, and now here there are two, but we have rent a fancy car for fun, so I don't know, like, maybe that was something you might want to do, or might make you feel good. I don't know, like maybe rent a nice, just to drive a car you don't usually drive, for just cause you might enjoy that. I don't know, so I'll just read that out. But so there's that. It's funny, there's like more kind of like commentary and like messages coming out for you in this pile, guys, than just compliments. So I think that's interesting. Sorry, I know you guys signed up for just compliments, but hopefully this other stuff is helpful too. Okay. It says, you are so determined and strong. Yeah, see, that's what I picked up. Yeah, so you're so determined and strong-willed, and you don't give up on your dreams. Yes, we're people and things you truly deeply care about. Yeah, that so goes along with what I was feeling from you, that strength and not giving up, that you really are. And you're strong. You needed that strength to heal this, to change this pattern of self-criticism and stuff that you have. You have to be extremely strong for that. And yeah, you haven't given up on yourself. And also, I feel like you extend that to others. Like I said, you are kind to others, and you're very understanding and compassionate, I feel like, towards them, and forgiving of them. But you had trouble extending that to yourself, and you've really worked on that. And yeah, you truly deeply care about other people and yourself, and you're willing to work for basically whatever, like whatever work needs to be put into a situation to help someone, or to heal something, or fix something, or resolve something, change something. You will put in that work. Like, you're like, I don't care what it takes. Like, once I know what I need to do, like, I will work for it. Like, I will do what I need to do to, like, to make it work. So that dedication, like, that's another word for it. Like, you're extremely dedicated and hardworking, towards your goals. And I think maybe that's part of like why you were so hard on yourself too. But you really are so good at dedicating your time and effort to a cause, or to what you care about, to who you care about. That's really, really beautiful. That is so beautiful about you guys. Yeah, it says you're an amazing parent. So there might be some parents in this group, or it could also be that, you may have just like a mothering energy, or like a parent, like a parental energy, like a nurturing energy towards others in general, like maybe even like friends and stuff. They like, yeah, I just feel like you're nurturing. It could also be like maybe you're a parent to a pet. But yeah, you have that, like a parent is dedicated to their children and will do anything for their children. You have that energy, like you are dedicated like that to the people that you love and to the causes that you care about. Like, it's almost like you are a parent to not just even to people, or to to your children or your friends, or you know, whoever, but you're also like, or students or something I heard, but you're also, you can also be an amazing parent to like a cause or, you know, a project or something like that. Or something that you take care of. It could even be like a, yeah, like a, I don't know why I heard building, but maybe, hopefully that made sense to someone. Maybe you care for a building, or like maybe if like you, this is a, I'm not sure if this example would fit for anyone in this pile, but like if you were like, say you were in charge of taking care of like, I think the name is like a, like if you worked to like preserve artwork, I can't remember the name of that job, but like if that was your job, like at a museum, and then maybe you would just, like that would apply to your job of like taking care of the artwork or something, almost like you're almost like a parent to the artwork. Like you watch over them and you care for them the best you can, and you nurture them, and you put a lot of your time and your energy and your focus in that direction. You're very dedicated to it. So anyway, that is just, that's your energy, and that's just beautiful. I think so many people would be so lucky to have someone like you in their life. Pile 2. Okay. It says you always know where to find things. Well, that's helpful. Very helpful. I feel like you, that kind of goes like you always know how to defend, like you're good at knowing how to diffuse tense situations too, and you know how to, you know, find things. I just feel like you're good at finding like the right words too. Maybe might be something I'm sensing, like the right thing to say. It says you're delightfully quirky. That is, I hope you know that that's like, you know, hopefully quirky. Hopefully you like, you know that that is a compliment. Hopefully that doesn't upset any of you. I like being quirky. I think it's a good thing, so hopefully you think it's a good thing too. They read it as a compliment, so I don't think they would have brought it up if, you know, they didn't know that you would take it in a good way. But just in case, I thought I would mention that. So it says your intuition is really reliable. I could see that, because again, you know, it's like you always know where to find things. It's probably because your intuition is so reliable. And that might have, you know, and it just clearly shows that you have found all the answers you needed to like heal from this and realize that you shouldn't be so critical of yourself. And I just really feel like you have you have the ability to see yourself and have a lot of insight into things, and that just goes along with everything here. Sorry, I zoned a little bit. Okay, it says you are so resilient and strong, and again, that's just repeated here too, like that strong-willed, and you don't give up, and that's very, very clear and strong in your pile. You really, really are so strong. That is so beautiful. Like you, I feel like you would be like a rock, you know, in people's lives or something like that. You would be a really stable, positive force in people's lives. And if you, maybe some people might sometimes, you know, maybe that's, I feel like people might have the tendency to lean too hard on you sometimes, or expect you to do everything because you're so good at doing so much. But I think your guides really want you to have people around you who fully just want to make sure that you are surrounding yourself with people who fully appreciate that beautiful givingness that you the givingness you give to people, but it's hard to talk sometimes when I'm doing this. But yeah, I think sometimes some of the people who've been around you have taken you for granted, maybe. I feel like you're moving away from that now, or you've been working on that, but in case you haven't, that's just something I know you guys have, and I have a feeling that either you now are surrounded by people who do appreciate you fully for these amazing things you bring to the table, or you're looking for them now. And if it is that you're looking for them now, Spirit wants you to know, your guides want you to know that that is something that is coming to you. So you can manifest that. Maybe that's one of the wishes you're manifesting, and in that case, that's in the stars for you guys. So just wanted to bring that up too. And it says you are a wonderful role model, yes, and responsible leader. Again, this just all goes together. Yeah, you are like I said, you're like a rock. You know, you are like this stable, like people can rely on you. Yeah, you're reliable. People are so lucky to have you in their life, or will be if you don't have a lot of people in your life right now. Just know that someone is gonna appreciate. People are gonna appreciate that, and there are people out there who won't take it for granted and won't be, just expect you to do everything, but they will appreciate this so much. I appreciate you, Pile 2. Just knowing you exist is, and connecting with your energy. I appreciate you and everything you bring to the world. I just want to say that. It says you put your heart and soul into what you do. Yeah, I feel that very strongly. I've brought up a lot of things like about projects and, work and, like the museum thing and some, I feel like your work probably is, especially since you have so much here about being responsible and I feel like you guys would make like a really good detective or something. And I know that's kind of, I don't know what the chances are that like one of you is a detective or something like that, but I feel like you would be good at something like that. As something coming through. Anyway, yeah, you really do though. You put your heart and soul into whatever it is that you do, whether that be like your relationships or whether it be like your work or whatever projects you're involved in. They're very meaningful to you, and you really put your all towards it. And your independence and free-spirited nature are inspiring. Oh, this came out in pile 1 too, I think. Wow. It's so interesting that comes out too, because there, it does feel like you do have this air of free-spiritedness, but you're also so solid and responsible and reliable and help others and are there for everyone. So I just feel like or not everyone, but the people you really truly care for and you're nurturing, but you also do have that free-spirited, like you are, it's like you have a nice balance there, or you're working on it, or that has been what you've been working on, and they're acknowledging that. That's really beautiful too. You're always the one who, yeah, oh my gosh, I literally was just thinking about this one and wondering if it was going to come out before I read it. Okay, yeah, like I said, you're always the one who's there. You're always the one who's there, who shows up for people when they need someone. It's awesome. I love it when these things are, I love how well this is going. Like the things are all lining up and, synchronistically they all match up together, the cards and the little papers. I just think that's really fun. Hopefully you guys like it too. Okay, so now I'm going to draw some cards for you guys. Okay, so which deck? I have 3 decks that I could choose from here. I have the Spirit of the Animals Oracle, I have the Cat Tarot, and I have the Mystical Wisdom. And I think I'm going to go Mystical Wisdom for you guys. And I might use the second one too, but this is just for extra messages here. Oh, and I forgot to mention that, oops, okay, that's not going that well. I forgot to mention that I am an upright reader. So if you watched the other reading and you were kind of wondering why I didn't take reversals, I don't read reversals. I've just found that with my guides and stuff, I get the messages better if the cards, if I like don't get, well, basically if I don't take the reversals, like they get their messages through to me well enough without the reversals. Like every once in a while, they will be really insistent on wanting me to take one card in reverse. So that's why I say I typically am an upright reader and don't, you know, read reversals. But because every once in a while, they just feel like I will get the message better if they're trying to say something very specific by telling me to read it in reverse, and they figure that's the easiest way to get it through to me. But typically that doesn't happen, so I just read things upright. So that's just my style, and I thought I'd mention that in case anybody watching might have been confused by that. Again, these cards are kind of big, and so it makes shuffling a little bit awkward. I got a couple good ones in there, but there, that's pretty good. So, all right, pile 2. Any extra messages, Spirit, for pile 2? Any extra compliments? Any extra things you'd like to talk about for pile 2? And also, I mentioned in pile 1 that there was a ladybug that kept flying around during the reading, and I just wanted to mention that the ladybug is still out for you guys, pile 2. So I think that's an extra like little good luck blessing for you guys. So cool. She hid the entire time until I started reading cards, so I do feel like that's special. Any last things for, oops, no, I have to go fetch it again. Okay, one sec. And again, I'm sorry if you have to see my hair. This happened last time too. Okay, and this time I have like I think honestly I have like a pen tucked in it, so that was probably very beautiful if you had to see that. Oh well. Things are kind of casual today. What can I say? Usually, you know, I'm not focused on that stuff. Like, I'm not focused on beauty when I sit down to read cards. So it just seems to line up that way. Okay. So we have legends. Learn from those who inspire you. I really do feel like what I'm hearing is like you're a legend, like, or you could, or you will be, you know, like you're the type of person that they would like write a legend about, pile 2, because you're that, I feel noble from you guys, or like you would be like, I could feel like you would be maybe this sounds silly to some of you, but like that you would be like a knight, like you would be like, I'm feeling like you would be like the Knight of Pentacles, or you would be like a knight, like in a fairy tale that's like, you know, chivalrous and, you know, devoted to the people that he's, to like being a kind and good person, and like having like this really impressive code of conduct or something. That's what I'm hearing. So like you're just, I'm hearing exquisite for, so like you're an exquisite person. Like that's it. Your guides are just saying like you're really impressive, like who you are as a human being, and the standards that you hold yourself to or try to live up to are really impressive. And I'm really glad you're not being so hard on yourself, because I think that some of the standards you've held yourself to were just almost like superhuman standards. But like even you being kinder to yourself, you still accomplish, you are still almost superhuman with how amazing you are at what you accomplish, and how well you show up for people, and how much you care, and how dedicated you are to what you do, and you know how you do it, and doing your job well, and being there for people and serving others. And just I really feel just wow from you guys. I feel honored. I just feel like you're honorable, and I feel honored to read for you right now. So hopefully you're enjoying this reading, and I don't know, that someone sees this and that it means something to them, or that they enjoy it. Hope you enjoy it, pile 2. If you do, if you could let me know, that would be so nice if you wanted to comment below. Even if you know you're shy or something and you don't know what to comment or something, if you just wanted to like comment a heart or something, like that would be nice too. You know. But it says you're good at finding things to say, so maybe you might want to comment. If you feel like doing that, no pressure. You don't have to, obviously. But okay, this came out before and I wondered about that. So, Angel of Miracles. I really feel like for some of you, you may be like an angel to some people in some people's lives. Like I really feel like you have this giving, nurturing energy, and maybe even your job, or maybe you work for a nonprofit, or you like maybe you donate a lot of your time to you know to work, you know, to volunteering. That's the word I was looking for. Like maybe you, like as an example, like you would volunteer for a soup kitchen, or you volunteer with children, or I just feel like maybe you do. I would not be shocked at all if you were the type, pile 2, like I really feel like a lot of pile 2s would be doing volunteer work and really, you know, really putting their heart into it. And maybe for some of you this could be animals too, because the animal card, you know, the animal paper did come out as well. So this could be that you're very dedicated to animals or the environment too, like to the earth. Or like I'm hearing make a wish for some of you, so that could even be something you're involved with, or that means a lot to you, that foundation. But I feel like, yeah, that you just, maybe you've made some miracles happen for people in their life. You guys are amazing, pile 2. Wow. I have gotten to connect with some amazing energies in this reading, and I just feel like, wow, I cannot believe such, you know, wonderful people. Like I'm getting to read for such a wonderful collective. of people. I feel honored. What's this one? It blew away. All right. Okay. I feel like maybe you make wishes come true for other people. And you deserve to get your wishes to come true too. Oh my goodness, I feel so much love from the... I hope you know how much your guides love you and just are so happy that you exist. And sorry about that pile too. I wasn't paying attention and my camera died. So, but I was just saying, like, your guides appreciate you so much and they love you so much. I hope you know how much the universe, how much spirit, excuse me. Oh my goodness, I'm burping again. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. But like, they appreciate you so much. And I just hope you know how much spirit, how much source, you know, appreciates you, because so much of what, you know, so much of the way everything works involves people being willing to, you know, basically be open to these beautiful, you know, be open to letting spirit work through them and spirit guides work through them to help make, you know, beautiful things happen. And they so appreciate how you put so much of your energy into trying to do good things, and how hard you work at all of this, because, and you know, being open to let spirit work through you, like it's just, you're beautiful, guys. You are, wow. I mean, just, I think you have done so much good in the world. I think you don't even have any idea how much good you've done. That's what I'm hearing. Like now I'm just kind of, I'm just channeling. Like I'm just hearing stuff. Like you don't even, I don't think, know how many people you have impacted in a big way. And I think spirit works through you a lot. Like I think you'll even say things to people or just do things that you just think are normal. And like, you know, but it really has an impact on people. I think you don't, I mean, you work so hard at the things you know you're doing to make a difference too, but I think just even the small things you do make a difference as well. And I feel like a lot of people's lives have been touched by you or will be, and I just really get the sense that you have helped a lot of people, or you will help a lot of people. And I just think you are a beautiful soul. And I think also maybe that your realizations about how all, you know, how you matter, is also like helping to have an effect on other people, like encouraging them to know that they matter too, and that they don't need to criticize themselves. Maybe that could be something too, or that, you know, that they are good enough, and you realizing that you're good enough, like you're also passing that on to others, and that's a gift too. So I just, wow, there's so much too, guys. I just feel like you are, in this case, you are the angel of miracles. You are an angel. You are an angel, and I'm so glad that you exist. Let me just say, these readings are making me so happy. Also, the unicorn card popped up when I split the deck, and I feel like you guys are like a unicorn in that you're so unique, like you're so special, like you're like finding someone like you that is dedicated like this, and you know, so motivated to do so much good in the world for others, and you know, also turning that compassion towards yourself, you know, that's really impressive. And maybe you don't see yourself as super unique, but I just want you to know that that is really special about you. You might not even really fully acknowledge that that's special. You know, you're just kind of like, well, yes, something needs done and I do it, you know, like, well, there's a need here, so I'm going to try to fill it, you know, or like, you know, if source, you feel directed to do something, you're like, well, I have to do something. I mean, how could I not do something? But like, the thing is, are a lot of people who wouldn't do that. And so I just hope you know how special you are. And, you know, this is the time to, hopefully you give yourself a pat on the back too, on top of like me being here to tell you this in spirit, because you really deserve it. You deserve so much gratitude, you know, like you deserve to have so many people feel thankful and grateful for you. I feel grateful that you exist. Like, doing these readings sometimes really does kind of like restore, I mean, I try not to lose, obviously I haven't fully lost faith in humanity, or I wouldn't be able to do these, but you know, it does really just like grow my faith in humanity when I get to do readings like this and connect with beautiful energies like this. All right, any final things? I think I pretty much covered it, but I'm gonna see if there's anything else. I think that's it from this deck. Also, I'm going to grab you one of these. Am I, or am I going to do the cat? I think I'm going to do one of these for you. I realize this has become an all oracle reading for you instead of any tarot. I was going to draw some cat tarot, but it's gotten really long, and I feel like, you know, I feel like I've covered it, so I don't think, hopefully you're not disappointed that you didn't get to see the cat tarot. Maybe I'll pull one. I will pull one for you from there, especially if a card from here doesn't come out. It's so hard to shuffle from this deck because I have to shuffle it weird in a different way because they're so huge. The cards, I literally can't fit my hand around them. So they're beautiful pictures and oops, okay, there was something that came out. They're beautiful pictures and everything, but oh, butterfly, yeah, rebirth. And yeah, you have brilliance to share with the world. Love every part of your journey. Open to the rewards of change. You can reinvent yourself. I just feel like you're kind of this butterfly, like you've had this, you're realizing that you've had this transformation first of all, but you're realizing that you know how beautiful you are, like on a soul level, because I feel like butterflies represent the soul to me too. So that just kind of goes back to the acknowledging like all the healing you've done for yourself and realizing your value and, you know, your worth, and not being so critical of yourself, and being kind to yourself. I feel like that's acknowledging that transformation again, and just also that you are beautiful like this butterfly and your soul is so beautiful. And I also just feel like this is like reflecting that feeling of freedom, kind of like you freed yourself. You've let yourself out of a cage or out of a cocoon, like you've worked through that difficult time, and now you feel more free in yourself and in your life. And I think you're just, you know, flying around bringing beautifulness to everybody's life. So that is just awesome. Okay, and then we have Goose, inner knowing. You are a brave traveler. Your soul knows the way. Be confident you will achieve your destination. Loyal friends are always with you. And don't worry, you are blessed. Let yourself fly. Yeah, see the flying energy. I just feel like, and that other one mentioned like you never, or it was like you never needed those wings to fly or something. Yeah, you are flying. You feel this, like I'm feeling this lightness and this ability to fly from you now. Like you've kind of released yourself from so many things that were weighing you down. And the whole thing about loyal friends, I feel like you will have people who are loyal to you like you are loyal to them in your life. I feel like you are attracting that in, and that is coming in if it hasn't already arrived. But I also feel like this is just talking again about what a loyal person you are. I said, I said noble, but I think I brought up loyal too. But you're such a loyal friend, and you are loyal to what you love. And that's just so beautiful. It's like you never leave a goose behind, like, or you never leave a friend behind. Sorry, I was looking at the goose, but like with Canadian geese, they don't leave like a member, or I've read at least that they never leave a member of their flock behind. Like if they're injured and they can't make a flight or something, they always leave another goose with that goose, so that goose is not alone. And that goose will stay with the injured goose until they are healed and well enough to make the journey, or until they pass away. But I just read that. I'm not 100% sure if that's true or always true, but that is something I read, and that's what came to my mind. And I feel like, that's their energy. They are very loyal friends to one another. And I feel like you just have that energy. So that's beautiful that came out for you too. And excuse me, I think I need a drink of water. 1 second. I've been talking for a long time. But I'll just put dragonfly. I'll let you see dragonfly for a second here. Dragonfly, magic. I feel like you're magic. You are all kinds of good magic, pile 2. Yeah. I embrace my transformation. Again with the transformation. Definitely. Yeah, you have the butterfly and the dragonfly here. Both of those are huge transformation messages and have similar energies. I courageously let go of the past. And that's been coming through in so much of your reading too. Like you're letting go of, that came up in the description of you too. Letting go of the past and letting go of your past self, or letting go of the things you wish you had done, or the way you wish you'd done things differently. And also not being so critical of yourself, and acknowledging what a beautiful being you are, and who you are now in the present has so much capacity to do so much good. And you are doing good, and you will do so much good. And you are beautiful. Yeah, the magic of nature is in me. And again, maybe you guys, some of this does involve the planet, does involve the earth. Helping the earth in some ways too, or animals. That's just another thing. But I am brilliant and I am blessed is the last thing on the card. And I do think you are so blessed. And if you don't feel quite like your blessings have come in yet, I just want you to know you're such a blessing to other people. And you deserve to be surrounded by others who feel like a blessing in your life too, and who really, really value you and are so kind and loyal to you back. And I really feel like that's going to be coming into your life if it hasn't come in already. And I just, I really believe that the universe is just encouraging you to, to not accept people close to you who don't treat you with that loyalty and that, that kindness and that appreciation of just how much you do for them. And I can't remember what else I was going to say. I think that's it though. I think that's what I'm feeling for you guys, pile 2. So hopefully you enjoyed this, and thank you so much for spending this time with me and allowing me to read for you. This was such a beautiful reading. Again, pile 1 was beautiful. You're beautiful. I love this so much. Thank you for being here with me. I hope you enjoyed it. If you feel like liking the video or commenting, that would be amazing. If you haven't subscribed already, and you're new, that would be awesome if you wanted to subscribe. But yeah, in any case, thank you so much. I'm wishing you so many good things in your life, all the good things. And hopefully I see you again sometime. But in any case, take care, pile 2. Bye. Hi, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. All right, so we're just gonna take your flower and put it up here. Okay. And oops, part of it came off. And then let's get into your oracle card reading. So, oops, I feel like I'm hitting my mic. I'm sorry. That's making noise. Anyway, hopefully it didn't, but okay. So let's get into these cards first. These are just so that I can basically describe what I'm seeing in you. I'm describing you. So if this doesn't sound like you, what I'm describing, then that means that the rest of the messages in the pile are probably not going to resonate with you. So yeah, it's probably not going to be the pile for you if this doesn't sound like you. So you might want to try one of the other piles and see if those descriptions fit you, or it might be that there's just not a pile in this particular reading for you, but hopefully there is, and that, you know, this sounds like you. So anyway, other readers do this, and I appreciate when they do it when I'm watching readings and stuff, so thought I would go ahead and do this. But we have gray, endings are inevitable. And it also like gives me a place to start, you know, like just get to know you a little bit. And usually the compliments start coming out even now, and like the compliments go along really well, have in the other 2 piles at least, with what comes out here. So it's cool how that's been happening. But anyway, library, take control of your own narrative. Escapist, come home to yourself. Oops. Well, hopefully I don't get in trouble for swearing, but bitch fire, stand up for yourself. Hopefully no one's offended by the word. Probably not if this is your group. So, witch, justice is coming. And feather, think before you judge. Okay, so first thing I'm seeing here, pile 3, is I feel like somebody was really controlling you. I feel like, or someone or something really controlled you. I feel like for a long time for a lot of you. But I really feel like it was someone that controlled you, or it could have been, I guess, fear that controlled you, but something or someone, I feel for a lot of you, it was someone, or actually for a lot of you, it could be something too. It could be something like internally felt like it controlled you. Like you had no control of yourself, or you had no control over what happened. I feel like maybe for some of you it was fear that controlled you for a long time. Maybe fear of who you were, or fear of how fear of fear of maybe how people would judge you, or maybe that people would walk away from you or not love you or feel the same way about you if you showed who you really were, or if you stood up for yourself. I feel like maybe you had trouble maybe with people pleasing. Some of you, like you felt like you needed to please people all the time. In order for you to have their love, like maybe love was really conditional in a lot of your relationships, and you felt like, you know, like people just kind of walked all over you and manipulated you and just controlled you, or, you know, did whatever they wanted to you. Basically they did whatever you wanted, and you just kind of felt like you had to go along with it because otherwise, you know, maybe you were afraid that they would leave or they would walk away. And maybe everyone would do that. Like if you didn't just go along with what they wanted all the time. And I feel like you really lost. You lost like a sense of yourself at some point, because you just always, you know, you always put aside your wants and what you felt and what was important to you, and you just kept pushing that aside, and just trying to adapt to the other people or be what they wanted you to do, or you always did what they wanted to do. You I felt like didn't really assert yourself in any way. Like it was kind of like you were this puppet, or, you know, they just were pulling your strings all the time, and you just felt like you had to do it, that you didn't have control over your life, that you know, your what you wanted and what you said didn't matter, or what you wanted didn't matter. I feel like that was for some of you, and for others this could have even been that you were just so used to being so closely watched and controlled and micromanaged, and you didn't really have any freedom, or you weren't allowed to express yourself. Even like in childhood, maybe you had very strict parents that were constantly watching every single thing you did, and you know, they had very strict expectations of how you would act and what you would do, and you just felt like you literally had nowhere you could move. Like you couldn't put a single toe out of line, or nothing was up to you. You didn't really have any say in what you know, in how your life went, or what, you know, you did or said. And I feel like maybe for some of you, it was really hard. Like you may not have ever really felt like you were able or allowed to like develop your own identity, or like really explore who you were, because you were just expected so much to be just, you know, like you were forced at a young age to be a certain way. Like you had such strict expectations put on you. And then I feel like for some of you, maybe if it did happen to you in childhood, not everybody probably that it started in childhood, but for those, I feel like some of you may have, you know, had that happen with your in childhood, and then the relationships you chose from there just kind of were strict, sort of the same way your parents were strict with you, or in some way it was like you still didn't really know very much about who you were, or maybe you did, but you were just afraid to be who you were because you were afraid of how others, that basically people would reject you or walk away if you set boundaries, or you said, no, this is what I want, and didn't constantly go along with them. And maybe they would have, because they might have been the type of person that was just really controlling and rigid, and, you know, but not everybody's like that. And, but I think maybe the people that you attracted or you know, chose to have relationships with for a while, they treated you like that. For others, you know, maybe this might have just been one relationship that was really bad, but and it may not have gone back to childhood, but in any case, you were, and it might not have even been that strict or severe, but it could have just been that you felt, maybe it just inside you just had this really strong feeling, or this really strong desire to please other people, because you're really empathic, and you don't want to hurt people's feelings, or you always want to make them happy, or something. But you realize that, you know, that was just making you feel like, you know, that you weren't really doing or accomplishing anything you really wanted to, or working on your goals, or doing things that you liked, because you were just always trying to cater to other people, and just always doing what they wanted to do. For some of you, this was because it was kind of almost forced on you, like someone was highly manipulative or highly pushy and bossy and controlling. And for others, you know, you just went along with everything because you were just kind of afraid to speak up and say something, because you were afraid they would leave, but maybe they weren't actually that controlling of a person, but it was more like inside of yourself you struggled with expressing your wants and your needs. So it could be any of that, but I feel like in any case, you moved away from that, and you really I'm hearing, taken the reins back in your life. And, you know, you've really come back to who you are, or learned who you are for the first time, and awakened to who you are. You feel at home in yourself. You feel like you've discovered yourself, you know, you found yourself. And, oops, sorry, I'm touching the mic. I'm very sorry about that. Yeah, and that's beautiful. And, you know, and yeah, you found your fire. You found that ability inside of your, you kind of got in touch with your, your very assertive side, maybe even a little bit your bitchy side, you stood up for, you started standing up for yourself and not letting people push you around, not, holding your firm boundaries. This is what really I feel from this. It's like holding your boundaries and standing up for yourself and saying what you're not okay with and what you are okay with, and communicating that very straightforwardly and maybe bluntly when necessary. But yeah, advocating for yourself. Stating what your needs are. And now you know what they are too, because before some of you may have not even known exactly what you wanted, or, what you were okay with and what you weren't, because you really hadn't like gotten in touch with that very much. But, now you are, and you have gotten really strong, I feel. And I feel like you have gotten in touch with a sense of, for this reading, I feel like this card represents, fairness, like the Justice card can mean, fairness. And, I feel like you're feeling like that's what you want. 'Cause this card to me too, I know it says think first before you judge, but to me, this card represents trust when I read it, because and belief too, like faith. So I feel like for some reason it brings to mind the word trust. So I feel like you're looking for people. I'm not sure why that came to my mind, but I feel like you're looking for some people that are trustworthy, and that are I feel like you are insisting now upon being treated fairly. That's what I'm hearing. That you're not accepting unfair treatment anymore, and that you want relationships that are reciprocal. And where the person, genuinely cares about what you want to, and where there's harmony and you both, where it's a healthy relationship, and both of your needs are met. I'm just hearing, just for so many of you, like it was very unfair. The relationship you were in, or relationships you were in, were so unfair to you. And now you are standing up for yourself and insisting that you have people around you, that you have relationships where people treat you with fairness. Fairness and kindness and trust, in where there is trust, and they're not controlling of you. Also, I feel like for some of you in this pile, just like to give like sort of a physical description, some of you might have really nice nails in this pile. I'm feeling like so that might be another thing. And also some of you might have red hair, and or like to wear your hair braided a lot, or that's one of your favorite hairstyles. Just because I'm seeing almost the same hair on these two cards. And also I feel like as an added message, this might not be for everyone in this group, but I am feeling like some of you also may have kind of discovered during this process of self-discovery, you may have opened up more, or, you know, discovered spiritual practices, you know, delved more into spirituality. And I feel like for some of you in this group, you may identify as a witch. You might be Wiccan, or, you know, you've explored Wicca, or, you know, earth-based. Spiritual, like earth-based religions or earth-based spiritual practices. Maybe like Druidry or something like that. So, like some of you may be like some sort of pagan religion, something like that. So anyway, that's another message for some of you. Might not be everyone in this pile, but just thought I'd bring that up too. So anyway, if this sounds like you, then hopefully some of it did, and this resonated, then this is probably your piles. So then let's get into the compliments. First of all, I just want to say good job to you guys for there's so much strength in all of these piles today. I just really feel like you guys have, I mean, that took a lot of courage and a lot of strength to, you know, dig down inside of yourself and find this, and find the courage to finally stand up for yourself, and to recognize that you do deserve this fairness, and that, you know, that to take things into your own hands, and you know, discover who you are and discover what you want, and then to advocate for yourself and saying, I deserve this. This is what I deserve. I deserve this fairness. I deserve to be treated with kindness, and, you know, given my freedom, and, you know, have my needs and wants acknowledged and, you know, met as well. And that I'm not here to just serve somebody else, you know, and I deserve to have this type of relationship where someone is willing to, you know, give as much as I am willing to give to them, and where it's balanced and equal and sustainable. It's like what you're putting in, they're putting in. Yeah. And to recognize all that, and to come from where you were to where you are now, I just feel like it's been a really big shift from one way of being to another. And I think you have just grown so much strength. I think this took a lot of courage to take control of your life and say, no, this is who I am, and this is what I deserve, this is what I want, and really sticking to that. That's amazing, guys. It can be so hard to do that. You and Pile 2 especially, you've done some really hard stuff to do. I really hope you're proud of yourself. I think your guides are very proud of you. Okay, and also I just wanted to mention that in all three piles now, because she's still out here, there has been a ladybug visiting, so I feel like those are some extra good luck blessings for you guys. So hopefully that's extra meaningful for this pile too, because I mentioned some of you might be connected to oops, so I hit it again. I'm so sorry. I hit the mic again. Like connected to the earth, and your spiritual practices are closely tied to the earth, and probably therefore animals. So maybe that's extra special to you guys, hopefully, in this pile that the ladybug has shown up. She didn't show up until I started the card reading, so that was cool. Okay, so first things first, now that I've done that part, I'm going to draw some of these papers. These are a bunch of compliments that are written down on a bunch of sheets of paper, and it might not look like that much right now, but there are a lot in here. So these were written out by me. These are channeled by me one night. It took me like 2 hours. But my guides were like, hey, Spirit was like, hey, write these things down. So I did, and I've really loved using them ever since, and hopefully you guys do too. I find them really uplifting and strangely accurate. Like, I did not think this would be as accurate as cards, you know, just sticking my hands in here. I thought, you know, I would grab ones that weren't that relevant or something, but like, they really have been very accurate, and they've gone like right along with, and especially they've gone right along with the things that I've read, you know, the readings I've done before. But I wasn't sure how they were going to do for like a collective reading or with these piles, but so far they have been, I think, spot on. So that's been really cool. So just wanted to let you know if you were worried that they wouldn't be like accurate. Oops. Okay, we got one popping out already. Cool. Okay. And I'm not looking, by the way. Not that I can really see anyway, even if I were to look, but like I wouldn't know which one was which. Somehow this just works. I don't know. Ouch. Oh. Okay, I'm okay. I guess I have to be careful with the wood. Alright, pile 3. What compliments does the universe have for you today? Okay, yeah. I feel like there's just, wow, there's a lot. Wow. I don't know if there's just like a lot of people in this group, but I really brand new, so I don't think so, but wow. I mean, I really felt like I was supposed to take all of these, but that's a lot, you guys. Wow. None of the other groups have had that much. The universe really wants to compliment you guys. Your guides want to say a lot to you guys and like shower you with all this affection. And I feel like maybe you have not gotten showered with very much affection through your life, because it from those cards it feels like, you know, you've had not very much in that department. So this is, you know, a time for somebody. I mean, I think you're going to have a lot of people in your life eventually, if you don't already, that shower you with affection. But if you don't yet, this is my time and Spirit's time to shower you with some affection. So hopefully, and, you know, lavish you with compliments, I'm hearing. So so there you go. Okay, it says first up, the one that like popped out first was, you're so generous and giving. And yes, that will come through, because that's the thing, is you were so generous in giving to others that you know, and people would take advantage of you, but they just want you to know that you're still, you know, that generosity and that giving nature is still so beautiful about you, and that someday you're going to be in a situation where that person values that about you and doesn't take advantage of you, and you know, it's an equal beautiful thing. Okay. Oh, you're an amazing friend. Yeah, you would be. It sounds like you are, yeah, like the best friend you could ask for. I'm feeling like you are. And I feel like people haven't always been the best friend to you back, but you are going to get that back. Yeah. And you're gonna have friends that respect your boundaries, and yeah, they're gonna appreciate the fact that you set your boundaries and you tell them what you need and what you want, and how you feel about things. They're gonna appreciate that. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, you always know exactly the right thing to say. That's beautiful. That probably goes right about. I really feel like a lot of people in this pile are empaths. So that, yeah, can really be a struggle. That can be hard. Okay. You're always the one who's there, who shows up for people when they need someone. Yeah, I just really feel there's so much about how generous and giving and what an amazing friend you are. And yeah, you've given so much to others. There's so much kindness and generosity, and just like, I feel it bending over backwards to help others. And that's what, you've been working on, because sometimes, I mean, that is a beautiful gift and a beautiful thing, but maybe you've gone, it went too far the other way, and, people took advantage of you, but your guides just want you to know, like, this is so beautiful about you, that there's nothing wrong with those beautiful parts of you, with that giving nature and stuff, that the only thing was that you were giving to the wrong people, that could, didn't respect you, and, or I won't say the wrong people. I won't say like to say that the relationships were wasted or something, but hopefully you know what I'm saying, that like you're gonna encounter people who will appreciate your boundaries and won't expect you to like just give and not give anything back. Like, I know you're looking for those people, or I feel like you will be soon, and you are going to find people like with your newfound, knowledge of yourself and your newfound strength and willing to, stand up for yourself. Like, you're going to find people that really respect that about you and love that about you. And they're going to love that part, but they're really, really going to appreciate, and they're going to be worthy of these beautiful gifts that you have, of being so generous and giving to people and being such an amazing friend, and all of those skills you have. Like, they're going to be worthy of that. You're going to find people who are worthy of that, is what I'm hearing. Or you have already, maybe for some of you, but if not, that's coming. They're going to appreciate both sides of you. Yeah. They're just really going to appreciate you. You have admirable self-awareness and control. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you really did. You were able to just, you would have to have really admirable self-control and aware, I feel like the self-awareness is something you've cultivated, but before you had self-control, and that you just like held back all the time from things you wanted or needs that you had in order to help. Sorry, my stomach is growling. If you heard that, I'm sorry. But again, those are really, really beautiful qualities, and I feel like, I really just feel like they want to drive home how beautiful these qualities are, that maybe like it seemed like they were only like, I don't want to say they went to waste on those other people, but it was like there was nothing wrong. Well, I won't say that. What am I trying to say? Like, just that the people in your future are really going to appreciate these things about you, and they won't take advantage of, like, I feel like you're going to be aligning to people, you know, because of your newfound fire and knowledge of yourself. You're going to be really aligning to people who both respect these beautiful qualities about you and also respect your boundaries and respect that, you know, independence and strong self that you have developed. So, okay, you're an amazing coworker. Your coworkers are lucky to have you. Everyone is lucky to have you. Pile 3. They really are. I mean, everyone, that's what I'm saying is like, if you were worried about people like, you know, walking away from you, or before, I think you were, but if you still are, like, that maybe there's a part of you that's still a little scared that maybe you won't find people that respect you, or want to be, like, maybe some of you have kind of, like, I'm almost hearing, like, resigned yourself to being alone, or like you're prepared to face that, like, if, you know, if necessary, like, you know, to, in order to maintain your self-respect and your boundaries and your dignity, like, if you can't find anyone who respects you for that, you're willing to, like, be alone, instead of, like, let people walk all over, instead of being a doormat anymore. And I don't know, hopefully that made sense. I'm kind of like, it's kind of hard for me to keep track of my words at the moment. Lots of stuff is coming through, but if you are afraid that, like, on some level, like, maybe you're like, yes, I do feel confident, I know I'm going to find, you know, good people who align to me, but, like, sometimes some fear sneaks in or something, and you're like, you know, you wonder if you are going to find people who do respect you and, you know, love you, even though, you know, you do draw these firm boundaries and things. I don't know. There might be a part of you that still wonders, because maybe you haven't actually really experienced this new healthy relationships very much yet, or maybe some of you have, but it maybe on some level you're still worried that people might walk away from you or something if you don't make them happy, you know, bend over backwards to make them happy all the time. If you're worried about that, the universe is bringing through that, like, you are an amazing person, and anyone is lucky to have you, and, like, they're not going to, like you're not replaceable. That's something I'm hearing. So that's interesting. That, yeah, I'm here. If that was something you, like, maybe you get this feeling almost like, you know, like, I don't know, like, that you are replaceable or something, or, like, if you don't give everyone everything they want, all the time, like, without fail, that they're just going to walk away from you and replace you with someone else, like, in a heartbeat or something, because there's nothing that special. I don't know, I'm hearing this, so that's so sad. I hope maybe that was something that you felt before. If not, I'm sorry. Like, it might just be for somebody, like, maybe one or a couple people in the group, but you're not replaceable, pile 3. You really not. You are not, you know, I think you know this now, but I just really want to, you know, reinforce that your spirit wants to reinforce that you are not replaceable. You are so special and so valuable. And, like, if somebody could replace you, that person has real problems. I'm just saying that then nobody means anything to them if they're able to do that. I think you know that, but I'm just saying that again for you is, like, if they're able to walk away from you like that cold-heartedly and just replace you, if someone is like that, that is a deep issue in them. That is not anything to do with you. You are not replaceable. You are special, and you matter, and like, you know, especially seeing what a giving person you are, like, no, I mean, you are not just like a servant, or like, you know, you're not just, you don't just like serve a function in somebody's life. Like you are a heart and a soul, and you're, you know, a person. And I feel like some people in your life maybe didn't even really treat you like, you know, you're a person with feelings. It's like they almost just treated you like, you know, like you're no better than like this, like the purpose you serve is something I'm hearing. Or almost like as an example, like if somebody expected you, it's almost like you kind of felt like in your relationships you were always like, you felt like you were only there. This is an example, like a silly example. I'm just hearing, like, I don't know why this comes into my head, but napkin folding. Let's say like somebody brought you into their life because you're really, really good at folding napkins. And like, if you don't fold napkins well one day, like you kind of mess up one napkin, then that person would just like throw a fit and say, well, screw you. You know, you're not my friend anymore, get out of here because you screwed up one napkin, and like you don't mean anything to me except for your abilities to fold napkins. It's sort of, I don't know, it kind of, hopefully you know what I'm saying. Like these are weird examples, but like that people treated you like your own, you know, your only value was literally just the things you did specifically, like you, and being you didn't matter to them. It was like, it wasn't like they didn't know what love was or something. And that has, I'm just so sorry that impacted you like that. If that was something you went through, that might have just been for a couple people in this pile, but that's just a terrible thing to go through. I'm so sorry that someone made you feel like that. But you are so valuable, and you are so irreplaceable. You really are. Like your presence and your energy and your spirit and your company, what you bring to the table, how you care, even if you're not always there and serving everybody's ever want and need, you are so special. To like have you in their lives is special for people. And I hope you've gotten to see that already, but if not, like you are going to experience that. And I hope you're still open to show this to people. I think you would, because it's so much a part of who you are. And there are going to be people who truly appreciate it. Truly appreciate everything you do for them, but also just appreciate you for, you know, just as nice company too, just like loving you. There are going to be people who love you, like truly love you, not that other kind of, they're going to be able to love. They're going to be people who have the capability of truly loving. And they're going to be able to match you in that way because you have such a beautiful ability to truly love people, I feel like. And you're very much good at like showing up for people and being of service to people, but also you have the ability to feeling, you also just have such a great ability to feel so much love for others. I think it's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, you're a wonderful role model and responsible leader. a lot of these came out for pile 2 too. I wonder if there might be a connection. I don't know, but yeah, because you're incredibly reliable, consistent, steadfast, and dependable. And you are just, you bring so much to the table, you guys. You are a loyal friend. Yeah, there's so much dependability and loyalty. And I do wonder if you're connected to pile 2. It feels very, it feels different though. Like there are some similarities, but it does feel it feels slightly different, but there are a lot of, I don't know, it might be a similarity. Maybe you guys were attracted to both piles or something. And we got you're pretty too. So in case no one had told you that today, I'm here to tell you you're very pretty. And I am so sorry about my stomach making so much noise. I don't even know. Okay. Okay, and 2 in a row. You're a very attractive person and you're pretty. So your guides really want you to know you're very pretty. Maybe people didn't tell you. It sounds like you were with jerks, okay? And they probably didn't tell you you were pretty. And you're beautiful. And your guides, you want me to really, really drive that home. That you are beautiful, okay? You are beautiful. Pile 3, you're beautiful. Okay? You are so beautiful. You're very, 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 very beautiful. And I also want to bring up too, like, whether you're male or female, I just want to make that very clear that, like, I'm not just, like, you know, regardless of your gender, you're beautiful. Because sometimes maybe that, you know, what was I saying? I'm getting distracted by... I'm sorry. I think I hear my dog outside my door. Anyway, you are so attractive. You're so beautiful. Yeah, you're beautiful. Inside and out. Yeah, anybody would be lucky to be with you. I feel like some people have just been such words I probably shouldn't say on YouTube to you. They have not been nice to you, and that's just not fair to you. You're beautiful. Sorry, I'm taking a drink of water. Starting to lose my voice a little bit. Been talking for a long time. And you're so fun to be around. See, you have like everything. I mean, look at all these compliments. Spirit wants you to know, your guides want you to know that you are like the total package, okay? You are beautiful on every level, and you're fun to be around, and you're also just all of these amazingly giving, generous, loyal, dependable, everything. Like, you're so responsible and trustworthy. Yes, you are. You're so trustworthy. You're so amazing. Like, so many people would be so lucky. Yeah. I'm so glad you're standing up for yourself now and not tolerating people like that in your life that treat you like you're less than, and that, you know, don't treat you like you're beautiful. I'm so glad that you're moving away from those people, or have, you know, and you're saying, no, I deserve better than that. I'm standing up for myself. I'm not going to let you treat me like that. I'm so glad to hear that, pile 3, because you really are so wonderful. And it makes me so happy to think about someone else so wonderful in the world getting to be with someone wonderful like you, because so oftentimes you just see such nice people with people who treat them like crap, and it's just sad. And I'm just so happy to hear that you are looking for a partner that treats you well, and you're such a nice partner too, and you guys are going to be so lucky to have each other. And I'm really feeling like it's just some really good things are coming your way, guys. Okay, And this is friends or romance. It might be all of it, you know, like you're wonderful at being true to yourself. Oh, that makes me so happy to hear. They want you to know they're so proud of you too. Like, I'm just hearing that your guides are so proud of you for going on this journey and for standing up for yourself and being true to yourself and knowing yourself now and being like, no, I deserve really good things. I deserve wonderful things. I deserve wonderful relationships where people treat me really, really well. And yeah, that value me. You're very skilled at what you do. See, and you're also skilled at what you do. You have great taste. Basically, this is just what I'm seeing here is your guys just basically want you to know you are literally like, you know, you do everything. You're like, they're basically here to tell you you're perfect. No, but basically you are though, pile 3. Like you have everything going on here for you. You are wonderful. I think this pile needs it the most because I feel like just so few people maybe have actually like just told you all of this stuff about yourself, and it might be kind of uncomfortable for you to hear. I don't know, but I hope it's not, and I hope you really like it. But anyway, because you deserve it. You deserve all this goodness. But yeah, you give wonderful advice. You are like the most wonderful friend, giving wonderful advice. And you give the best hugs, pile 3. Seriously, you are amazing. Your guides just really want you to know how amazing you are. It says you're incredibly good at attracting, managing, investing, and spending your money wisely. Is there anything you can't do, pile 3? I don't think so. You're so knowledgeable. Yeah. You have a natural talent for healing others. So maybe with this journey that you've been through, that might help you to heal others. Also, I was feeling like you were an empath, and maybe that helps you. You might actually sense, you might read people's energy, or I don't know, you might even be, some of you might be attracted to energy healing or Reiki or some sort of thing like that in this pile. I'm not sure. You might be bringing that up, but you might have a talent for that. You're so wonderful at self-care and tending to your own needs. Yeah, they just really want you. Yeah, they're very proud of you, and they want you to know that that's awesome that you're good at that now. You're working. That's a beautiful thing about you, that you are doing that self-care for yourself now. That you're looking out for yourself and loving yourself. Yeah. You have a beautiful way with words. You really can do everything, pile 3. I can't believe I've gotten to read for such amazing people today. You're a very good cook. Ooh, people are lucky to have your culinary talents in their lives. Again, just I've said so many times, people are so lucky to have you, like so lucky to have you. And that word coming up again, lucky. They're so lucky to have you in their lives for everything, including apparently your culinary talents. So there you go. Or if you don't know, you know, but obviously there's so many here. I want to mention, like, if not all of these fit you perfectly, like it does kind of make sense in a general reading for, like, maybe not every single one of these will apply to you, but that doesn't mean that other ones don't. You know, like, not every single thing might apply to you in a general reading, but I just want to throw that out there. I'm not sure why now, but you know. And also, if you're not a good cook yet, maybe you would be a good cook if you tried it. I don't know. Maybe they're bringing that up too. Anyway, it says you're beautifully vibrant and expressive. I swear, like, everything is coming out from the other groups too. And well, not everything, but you have such a comforting presence. Yeah, I just feel like you are this warm, giving, nurturing, beautiful, like, yeah, warm is just coming to my mind. You're just this beautifully warm person. You're a visionary and have beautiful dreams for a better world. Ooh. Wow. This is so cool that I'm sorry this is taking forever though to read all of these, but hopefully you're enjoying it. Your smile is like sunshine, guys. It is. You're so beautiful. That's coming up a lot. None of the other piles got as much about like physical appearance, so I just really think your guys feel like, yes, again, see, you're adorable. They really want you to know how adorable you are. You're so beautiful. You're so pretty. You're or, you know, handsome, or, you know, whoever's watching this, but you're so beautiful and your smile is like sunshine. You can light up a room, okay? And you're adorable. And I feel like it's just such like this, it was so unfair that you were with people that like didn't let you know these things or didn't make you feel this way. I almost feel like you were around some person that like when you were your beautiful sunshiny self, like you know, like you lit up a room and they just sort of like ignored you or something, and like they never even reacted to all of the beautiful things that you have here or let you know how amazing you are. Like I just feel like the people around you did not at all, and I just feel like they actually just beat you up and drug you down or something whenever maybe you did feel good about yourself. Or I just feel like they tried to make you feel bad about yourself, or among other things. And that person or those people have serious issues. I'm just saying. And I'm not like judging, like they can't, like they're a human that has their journey and healing and stuff. I'm not saying like they're worthless or anything, but I'm just saying they should not have treated you that way. I'm so glad that you know you deserve better and you're going for it now. It says you're so good at fixing things. You're wonderfully charming. See, again, you are adorable. Your smile is like sunshine and you're wonderfully charming and you're so attractive. You're this warm sunbeam. Okay. You have the most, and it said you gave great hugs too. You have the most beautiful handwriting. I just feel like you would be like really cuddly and kind and like offer people tea or something like that when they feel sad. I don't know, that's just like coming through. I don't know what that is, but that may or may not apply to you, but you come up with wonderful ideas. Yeah, again, there was something else about being visionary too, so trust those. Maybe, you know, if you're getting these ideas or wondering if you can do something, like I think the universe is also encouraging you through this. You're so passionate and dedicated to the people, animals, and causes that speak to your heart. Yeah, just obviously, like pretty much every single one that talks about service to others and reliability and loyalty, or not loyalty, but like, you know, being a role model and being, you know, responsible and trustworthy, that all came out for you. Yeah, and loyal, being a loyal friend. Like every single one I think that I wrote that has to do with that came out for this pile. It says you're very perceptive. Yeah, I really feel like you are really good, I think, at picking up other people's energy, I think. You're so good at knowing just how to best diffuse tense, stressful, or awkward situations. Yeah, so many of the ones from pile 2 came up, and not for pile, you know, not the ones from pile 1, really. So you guys might be connected, and you're an amazing parent, it said. So I don't know, some of you may be parents in this pile, or if you're not a parent to like a human child, you might be like sort of like nurturing, or sort of like a parent, just in your, just like the way you are is very nurturing, like a parent, and like watching out for people and wanting to make sure everyone's okay and that like everyone's eaten and everything. I feel like you would be a really, sort of like that, checking in on people and bringing them things if they need it, like that type of person maybe. And just you're a very nurturing person, I think, to a lot of people. I really hope that you soaked in like each one of these and really took it to heart and know this about yourself, pile 3, because your guides really, really, really wanted to be very specific, or not specific, but I mean they really wanted to be very demonstrative about bringing out all of these compliments for you, because they really want you to know that you really do just have so much to offer. And I think you do know that, but just in case, I just wanted to bring it up again. Okay, I feel like I think I want to go with the cat tarot for your cards, maybe. I think so. Oops, there goes everything flying, and I can't shuffle again. Oops. Okay. This isn't going that well, but this deck is kind of, all the decks I'm using today are a bit more difficult to shuffle, but it'll be good enough. Okay, that's probably the best I'm going to get with this right now. So, okay, so I think we got all of the compliments possible in the world, but just in case, is there anything else for pile 3? Spirit, universe, spirit guides? And maybe you just want to bring out a cute cat picture for pile 3. Okay. Oh, yes, see, I said you were like this sunbeam, like this warm sunbeam. And then the sun comes out. You are the sun, pile 3. And here comes the, yeah, I'm hearing that song. Here comes the sun, doo 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 doo. Here comes the sun, and I say, it's alright. Yeah, sun is coming for you. It's coming out for you. It is. If it hasn't already like fully come out from behind the clouds, it's going to. And you are the sun. That's the 4 of Swords. This one here, there's the Sun and the Hierophant. You got 2 major iconas. I was looking at the eye missing on this one, and arcanas, 2 major arcanas. Okay, and the 3 of Wands. Yeah, I really feel like, you just have this higher knowledge, and I feel like you really are spiritually, if you're not, I feel like you really have gained a really deep spiritual knowledge and awareness during this process of transformation that you've been going through, and awakening. I just really feel like more about self-care and like taking care of yourself is coming through too. And your guides are just really glad that you're doing that and you're looking out for yourself and taking good care of yourself, caring about yourself, and knowing, you know, you are really worthy of great things and people who treat you really well. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just pausing a lot now because I realize I'm getting really tired. I think this has gone a really long time. Again, I wanted to make this a quicker reading, but that's just not what happened. So, but yeah, I think I've pretty much said everything that needed to be said, I think. So, yeah, so thank you for watching this reading, pile 3. If you made it this far, I know it's really long, but hopefully you enjoyed it. Thank you for letting me read for you and sharing this time with me. Hopefully you come back sometime. Be nice to have you back again. If you like this video, if you could like it, or if you wanted to comment, or if you wanted to subscribe if you haven't already, I would really appreciate that. But I just really appreciate you watching this reading too and being here. Thank you again. And yeah, you're beautiful, pile 3. And I'm wishing you all the good stuff in life. And I feel like you really deserve it. And I mean, everyone, you know, all the piles deserve it, but I want to really add that in for you guys. Yeah. So I'm sending the light and the sunshine that you send to everybody else back to you, pile 3. Thank you again so much. Take care. Bye.